versus Faze. Faze, of course, following the Cloud9 earlier in the day, looking for the revenge right here, right now. An extra $1,000 on the line as first place brings home $3,000.
Cloud9 made Farah Mercy work here to quite a good effect last time against Faze. Wouldn't surprise me if maybe they bring it out again. Just because, you know, that force is too easy on McCree, and I think if you're Faze and you're too easy, you have to maybe put too easy on McCree to start out these defenses in some of the games, even though where he's wanted to play Roadhog. I think he's had a pretty good game on Roadhog throughout the last 2 days. But if you run that risk and Surefour wants to bring out the pocket Farah, then there's always a possibility that it doesn't work out and you just lose straight away.
Indeed. So, one thing people bring up here, gotta see Tatsumi versus the one and only Mr. Wobble. Just a battle of the different Smurfs, even though, of course, they are on the same team right now. And either way, let's take a look here at the defense, get a little bit more serious here, return some semblance of professionalism. Take a look here at Faze. It will be Grego parkouring over the top here on the Lucio. Shadowburn, not wasting any time on the Genji. Raucous, gonna be on Zarya. Factor Fiction on Reinhardt. Too easy on McCree. And Forsaken on one of his very best heroes in the Zenyatta. And we'll see how it holds up to this assault
Forsaken
coming up from
and
C9.
switching and Forsaken deciding to go Zen. I think this might be to think about the Farah combo, or maybe Forsaken just doesn't feel like playing Zarya anymore tonight.
Yeah, it also might just be the factor why you see them going to their generally more comfortable heroes. Shadowbird could probably play Genji in his sleep, and he might be on the verge of that right now. We do have the Cloud9 strategy, a Bastion on offense on the cart.
Gotta love it. A return the form. They are not deterred from it not working out earlier. They're bringing the Bastion. Surefour laying in all sorts of damage right now to this Reinhardt. Love seeing this sort of thing happen. Does have a Genji on him in the back, so has to be a little bit careful, but Recon mode and Bastion still pretty deadly, at least when played by someone of the caliber of Surefour. So he's going to be rolling around the back here. Turret mode might be in progress. And he just gets in Reinhardt's face, takes out Factor Fiction. Battle Bastion, certainly a thing right now.
Wait. That's a nice first kill to take on Factor Fiction. Has been so impactful in these fights. So they also, too easy trying to bring it back for his team all by himself, taking out Surefour and taking out the Mercy as well. Shadowburn does pop his dragon, but can he get some work done?
Mendo right now takes out Shadowburn, and defense of Faze trying to hold on here, but it could be a losing battle. They've bled out quite a bit. Reinforcements for C9 going to be coming in sooner rather than later. And by the way, if you're a fan of tanks, Surefour is going to show you a world of fun here in just a moment. About to be at 100%. Takes out Too Easy right away and just working his way towards the back. Battle Bastion still doing some work. And here comes tank mode just blowing up. Forsaken point blank. Shadowburn lucky he didn't fall as well. And this should be a capture here for C9.
Rib does clean up as well, a tank hero of his own. So world of tanks going on for Cloud9 as they grab first point rather easily. Gonna try to get aggressive as they send Kai over the top. And right now, this is the kind of comfort pick and the comfort roster for Faze, and it is what they want to run, but maybe at some point you have to do something to make sure you can deal with the Bastion, although they do have the Genji, which should be effective against it. But so far, Surefour has no designs of switching off this anytime soon.
No, he's going to wait for one more round of tanking, perhaps, at this rate. Right now, not the best answer coming out here from Faze. They do have a lot of ultimates soon to be on the way. Too easy to open this up here at the Deadeye. Not quite getting what he wants. Soundbearer out for the defense. Still, defense rushing in. They have not gotten the kills they need. They take out Surefour, that's about it. But that might be all they need. It's 3 kills here for the defense. They do finally collapse because they're looking for but the resurrection, bringing everyone back up. Mr. Waffles immediately coming out the nano boost. As Surefour laying in the damage once more with Bastion, getting things done, takes out Shadowburn and forces Too Easy to the side. So Battle Bastion doing far more work than should be legally allowed.
Probably the best res we've seen tonight as far as the follow-up and reinitiation afterwards, because the defense had been so spread out, almost seemingly forgetting that the resurrection was even an option. They just thought that those kills were permanent, not on top of the corpses to kill their reinvigorated bodies, and they absolutely got crushed off that resurrection. Nice snipe,
Mendo
though,
and
onto
Shadowburn,
Short from Fact or Fiction.
Trading off here. Surefour, though, will be falling. He will not have a resurrection. He's going to have Tank up, though, for his next fight, so he still might be staying on this Bastion. Why not? C9 still maintains decent amount of momentum. Kai and Mendo carrying the tank torch right now, keeping C9 in this fight, as with DPS down, it is going to take quite a while to finish.
Factor Fiction continues to just impress, and it's not even Earthshatters this time. This was just great positioning by him to get the Fire Strike onto Shortfor's Bastion and make sure that they weren't that great. Here comes the
Nanotank. Nanotank, though, not getting as much done here. Graviton into Reinhardt, but Factor Fiction does fall in the end. Shadowburn on the Kai in the back. This is a little bit messy back and forth. Still, though, anytime you have a fight that's working out like this, it works out a little bit better for the defense because the offense not really able to get things going or to get on the card as it's just this long melee. And Surefour falls again the Forsaken. This should be it for the Bastion. I'm expecting a swap up here.
Well, that Nanotank did two-shot a Reinhardt shield and the Reinhardt behind it, so the power is definitely present when you get the Bastion in full effect. But speaking of full effect, it is going to be Shadowburn who's going to have his Dragon Blade up. Defense in a great position ultimate-wise right now. However, a lot of Qs on the menu for the offense as well. Here comes the grab to start it off.
Graviton does come in, and Surefour is on that McCree, so both teams trading out to start things out here. Too easy, taking out Mendo, so Mendo going to be falling. Take a look here. Surefour getting pushed it back by Too Easy. Is this easy mode? Takes down Surefour, and for now, Faze actually stemming out Cloud9 quite a bit. As Cloud9 down to 38 seconds. They're going to lose this fight X and be down to their final attempt to Shadowburn with a 3K. Dragon Blade being all sorts of thirsty.
Just for, medium kills for Shadowburn. At this point, it's not even a surprise when you see it happen in the kill feed. It's just, oh yeah, Shadowburn's on Genji. That's bound to happen at least once every fight. And even though the Bastion strategy worked out for them pretty well early on, it was just better ult usage on the last clash as both teams dropped about 5 ultimates into that Factor Fiction. Gonna look to end this. Maybe he can get in Rib's head, play some Rhine game, but a giant Earthshatter could be coming momentarily.
We'll have to see. Factor Fiction definitely pretty good on that. But there's the Earthshatter we're looking for. Does set up Surefour for that kill. Shadowburn coming in over the top. The one to finish it. And gonna look for a little bit more. Mr. Wobble's in trouble here in the back. Down he goes. It's 3 kills so far here for Shadowburn. And this very much looking like a hold for Faze.
Rip trying to bring it back, but he's all alone. They're going to use the Graviton just to lock this out. It's Too Easy. Cleans up Mendo at the end. So progress stalled before the second point capture.
Score 0.
I mean, that went about as low as it could have for Cloud9 out of the gate to take first point. And they almost got it to the second checkpoint, but along with the Fire Strike that Factor Fiction hit, Surefour was actually shooting the Diva of Too Easy and kept clicking and then hit the Reflect of Shadowburn along with the Fire Strike, which is why he died so quickly. And then I just think that maybe they should have switched off Bastion right then and there. I know they wanted to do the Ana boosted tank mode, which can kill anything and look really cool, but maybe just because they did that in Route 66, it just takes so long that you don't have so many pushes to really attempt things, and they just didn't have enough time to regain control. So I think a pretty solid defense from Faze, all things considered.
Faze has put themselves in an incredible position here to win this map, even up the winner's bracket advantage, and effectively turn this into a best of 3. So credit where credit is due. It was a good defense. It dealt with what was a good opening from C9. I do agree that C9, I think, probably stuck on the Bastion a little bit too long, invested too much into it. I think it was fine for the first point. Swapping off for second probably would have been a little bit better. But here's the one scary thing. We have seen C9 hold here on first. Faze is not out of the woods here just yet. They do need to come out strong, or they risk C9 having a big turnabout.
This was the DPS combination that they ran last time on Route 66, Surefour on the Reaper and Mendo on the McCree, and that kind of brought up the conversation where they're not missing a whole lot when you have to run. I mean, Surefour top tier McCree, but Mendo no slouch on that hero at all, and it is probably the strength of this Cloud9 roster thus far is just the versatility of their DPS. Now, of course, the remnants of the old Cloud9 and Adam and Kai are top tier at their positions on this roster as well, but so far, it has been a great dance between the two of how, who's going to play what DPS, and they can really have more versatility than anyone. I do like this Shadowburn pick onto Hanzo, though. They're going to need some entry kills.
Mr. Wobble is opening up with some serious poke on Ana right now. emphasizing the DPS and while Reinhardt has a shield, throws down the grenade, so alright, opening poke-wise for the side of C9. Meanwhile, you take a look at Shadowburn. Shadowburn looking for the important poke, the type where if he lands the arrow on the head, he'll get a headshot and set things off pretty well. But take a look at C9. They have good positioning for dealing with that. They're not giving Shadowburn any easy targets here just yet. And though we know Shadowburn can find them eventually, it can be rough. But Mendo eating all sorts of fire. Lucky didn't get hit there towards the end. As now it's Faze starting to make some inroads in part due to this Hanzo poke.
Yeah, Mendo very low, but that's actually going to let Wobbles get up to an Ana boost very early, about 30% faster than Rock is, so that is the small advantage they have. Mendo taking down Shadowburn. They might not even need it here as they continue to beat up, and there goes Factor Fiction as well.
Really good self-control here for Wobbles. A lot of support players might have just immediately went into the Nano Boost to secure the fight, but they hold it. They knew that they were going to win the fight anyways, and as a result, they're going to have the Nano Boost for the next fight. So it's solid self-control coming out here. Mr. Wobbles, by the way, is Custa subbing in, but honestly, Mr. Wobbles is a better name. He should just swap to
Totally
that.
better name. Anyway, this is what Slasher said earlier, that the worst thing you can do in this game is almost kill someone, and that's twice that Mendo's almost died. The ult advantage now is going to be equalized on both sides. Shortford going to come in, gets that boost.
Surefour gets a boost, rolls into the backline. Mendo at the Deadeye, takes out too easy, and here comes Surefour spinning, not with the nano boost. It faded, and Shadowburn actually takes him out, so C9 with a bit of an ult advantage. Fawn to the wayside, Shadowburn has already picked up the triple kill and hungry for more.
They will use their Ana boost, though, to make sure that they get this first point. Kai trying in vain to stall it out as Factor Fiction swings a hammer. Adam going to come into this corner spot. It is a spot that you can use to stall off Shadowburn, having none of it.
Shadowburn didn't start out super well, but man, that last fight definitely making up for lost time. Big pickoffs coming in here as Hanzo. Character known for being feast or famine, while Shadowburn was eating well. And you see C9 trying to come back here and just stall this out, but it is not going to happen. Shadowburn picks off another headshot on the Surefour towards the end.
They do get Wobbles on a nice hook there, eliminate him from the fight, so that is 75% on his ultimate. Right now, it is definitely Faze with the ultimate advantage, and they are working towards more as Forsaken, 15% away from his Zarya ult, and we've seen how powerful Zarya ult with Dragon Strike can be, and no support ultimates even close right now for Cloud9, so if they get this, they are doomed. If Forsaken can grab 3 in it, all 3 of them will die.
And this is part of the reason why you run Zarya Hanzo. It's sort of a side benefit because you run Hanzo more for the early pickoffs, but the fact that it combos well with one of the most played heroes in the game in Zarya works out pretty darn well. So Forsaken just needs a little bit more. He will be looking for that Graviton, and we'll see if the follow-up is going to be there, as Forsaken right now really close. But here comes a nano boost to Surefour. Surefour just want to give them the chance. Graviton comes out here from Kai, but Surefour just getting pushed to the side. The whole hog doing work, but not quite enough as Mendo in the distraction picks up the double, and it will be C9 with the full hold.
Kind of okay, though, because at least they didn't burn any of the pieces of their combo at the very least. Too easy feels like switching. They're going to have a sound barrier up as well, so they're going to have all the tools. I guess you could classify it as a jump rush. I think they actually just got caught off guard. They wanted to set up their stuff, but they got aggressive upon first, but they did not at least throw their ultimates away onto it, so now they're going to take this top position. A little bit better spot to try to set this up anyway.
And here we go, Death Blossom going in here from Surefour again, trying to stop the push before it begins, gets kind of dunked in by Too Easy. Graviton's gonna come in, no dragon on the way. I don't know if they said it wasn't needed, or it kind of wasn't. It would have picked up 2 extra kills though.
Yeah, Grego just booped them off the edge instead, so he did get 1 kill out of that. Grego and Adam now fighting in a Lucio war up over top, but Mendo takes down Too Easy in the McCree battle.
Shadowburn takes out Mendo, and here comes the dragon just to seal off remaining doors as people try and push in. And Faze getting them they need to push this forward. And bear in mind, they don't have to go all the way here, X. They just need to push a little bit further. It's not even point 2, it's right before. Rib trying to hold on here for his team, drops the Earth Shatter, but gonna get taken for a ride instead. 2 extra kills here from Faze, and Faze well on their way to defeating C9 here on Route 66 and evening up the series 1-1.
I don't think Factor Fiction has lost a Reinhardt versus Reinhardt all night, or at least not consistently. It seems like he's always getting the better part of these charges, the better part of the counter Earth Shatters too. This fight is not quite over yet as the last gasp is out here.
My goodness, Grego took out Mr. Wobbles, was looking for McCree. Too Easy is one who finishes out, but pretty big Lucio place going out, but Big Bang on the way. Surefour only getting 1 out of it. Sureforce still alive, but he can't really leave the payload here. It is do or die here for C9. They have to stall this out for another 15 seconds. Faze, though, in a dominating position right now.
Factor Fiction is playing some of the best Reinhardt I've ever seen. It's not only Reinhardt battles, he's getting so much damage that during that fight he had 2 Earth Shatters. One was a great counter Earth Shatter to save 2 parts of his team. That very last one there was just kind of the icing on the cake as he was able to knock them off of the cart. But I mean, there's a lot of people playing very well tonight, but it has been some of the best Reinhardt play ever.
Play of the match.
All right, play the game coming out here from Mercy, sporting the brand new Witch skin, which is just amazing in general.
Heroes never
I think, Tex, as you mentioned, this probably was the most impactful res that we've seen so far during the night. And I actually agree with you what you were saying earlier. I think tempo reses, if Mercy ever does come back into the meta, will be really important. Yes, Factor Fiction, probably maybe the best player right now playing for the team, considering how weighted it is. Shadowburn and Too Easy really helping carry them through this map. I do like the pick of Hanzo, and maybe it didn't quite work out in the very first push, but as long as you get 1 or 2 picks, which it did, it opens up so much space to the team and has that same impact as Widow of creating space for your team and letting you get the opportunities, and he hit enough of those to make sure they got it. I mean, Sureforce came back on Tracer, almost saved it for him for Cloud9, but Shadowburn hit enough shots to nullify that and secure the victory. So good stuff on Hanzo. You have to wonder if maybe, since that worked, if Shadowburn will continue to try Hanzo on offense through the rest of the maps.
Yeah,
I think early on, there's no reason why they shouldn't at least open with it. I think the key is, though, is that you have to have a quicker hook where you realize this isn't working. Let's back out. I think they were approaching that point. The last push where he got stuff going was probably the cutoff, but he did get stuff going. And while it's working, it's totally okay to stay in the Hanzo. I just think there are points where you sort of have to hedge your bets and say, all right, we're not going to believe in this. We'll go to something more tried and true. But I think part of the reason for that, too, is that Shadowburn probably doesn't feel anywhere near as comfortable going on Genji against C9 based on what happened earlier in the day where C9 came in incredibly strong with the Genji containment. So Hanzo is sort of a way of getting around some of the McCree shenanigans.
It is a different level of McCree play, and that's not to